Alright, what's up YouTube? Gonna make a quick, it's just a impromptu video during one of my rides here. I'm on the S-Works Tarmac SL8. Just gonna talk about how comfortable it is if you're still on the fence between this and the Trek Madone. I don't have a mic on me, so the volume is gonna be muffled. But I've always found that this bike was more comfortable than the Trek Madone. It's got a better saddle stock, and it's just more true to size. I am 5'9". This bike is a size 54, 30.5 inch inseam, and I just feel right at home. I'm not as compact, not as tight in the cockpit. I can move around a little bit more freely than I can on the Trek Madone. I've got endurance tires on it, 32 millimeters. So I basically made this one more of my endurance type bike. But basically it's bigger, it's longer. It's about the same weight. Carbon is a little bit more stiff on this. It is an S-Works frame. Shock absorbing is poor. I think it is compared to the Trek Madone with the ISOFlow, but any bump I hit with this, you really feel it. I'm also running almost max PSI in the tires as well, so that has a lot to do with it. But this is just footage. Santa Clarita Valley, Los Angeles County. Bike trails, there's about 60 miles worth. No traffic. Dedicated trails for bikes and for runners. Probably 50 or 60 miles worth if you count up all the trails, maybe more. But I tend to stick on these. There's a lot of mini climbs, there's some climbing, a lot of flats. But yeah, I'm really comfortable on this. When I practice for my half century and century ride later this winter, I will be using this bike. The furthest I've gone is like 42 miles, and even then I'm like tapped out at the end. So I got a lot of conditioning to work on, a lot more endurance. I gotta explore more of these trails, because the trail that I ride, it kind of maxes out at 40 miles, and there's people that do century rides on this trail. I'm like, I can't imagine doing my route 2.5 more times. But yeah, this December, it'll be 1 year ownership on the S-Works. This month right here was 1 year ownership on the Trek Madone. I love both bikes. Expensive hobby and fitness lifestyle, but it's worth it. If you have extra funds, invest in at least one of them. Very comfortable. I have not got a bike fit yet. I'll probably invest in that soon. I don't feel too much pain in my neck and shoulders and all those areas, although I already have degenerative joint disease and arthritis, all those other things from the military. But yeah, over the last year I've learned good pedal cadence, pedal stroke, get a good rhythm. I think there's a race going on. Let me cross this real quick.
Alright, here comes somebody around the corner. Could be one of our people.
No.
Just passing through.
Just passing through, thank you. This is a really, really friendly community and neighborhood. They support one another. Gorgeous area. If you're ever interested in living in Santa Clarita, no, I'm not getting paid for any of this. It's about 25 miles north of Burbank, 30 miles north of Glendale, 1 hour south of Bakersfield. But there is a lot of fires. There's a fire every year, except for the 2 years that we've been living here. Scary. But if you don't mind the fires and the earthquakes, and the fact that it only rains 3 or 4 times a year, and this is the place for you. But back to the bike. Ideal city, ideal surroundings, ideal trails. I can turn this into more of a race bike. I just gotta change out the tires, put on some race tires, maybe some Pirellis or some Continentals. But right now I have the proprietary Specialized T-Bliss Mondo endurance tires. It's got a lot of good tread on it. So far so good, they've been holding up. Although I did get one flat, but the sealant took care of that. It was a pinch flat. I got it on the bike stand. I had it crooked on the bike stand and it pinched it. But the way that my bike is set up right now, I got 2 tin or aluminum water bottles. The ones that keep the ice cold, so it's heavy. I got all the camera setups. That makes it even more heavy. And I weigh about 183 pounds. Muscular though. I'm going to stop the video here soon. I think it's about 10 minutes worth. It's good footage, good narrative, some good dialogue. Definitely more popular, my Specialized S-Works cycling videos than my Trek. Wonder what that is. Alright, bonus footage. I will drop down on the bars. We're gonna sprint. The S-Works is a pretty good sprinter too. Not like the Madone, but she's pretty good. Here we go.